welcome back to another episode of Rated. I am your host, the VolticAce, the one and only. I am joined with the lovely Miss Azulii Blue. Welcome in.
Hello.
And I'm also joined with a future One Piece watcher and One Piece lover, Miss Joan of Arcade.
Oh, you really had to think about that title, huh? Oh,
I'm telling you, we're gonna get her on One Piece, boys. We're gonna get her on One Piece.
oh my
Believe
God!
and trust. Do you guys like magic?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Perfect, because on today's episode of Rated, we are talking about these magical shapeshifters known as cosplayers. We're going to go through a handful of cosplayers here. We're going to rate them, and, our word is law because we are the top tier cosplay judges, right?
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Both of you ladies have done cosplay, and I'll probably put it up on the screen right now. You guys have done cosplay. I haven't, but I love cosplay. I follow a lot of cosplayers, and yeah, why not? We're going to look at a few pictures, we're going to chat about it, and we are going to determine, we're a democracy here, so we're going to come together as a group and determine where they belong in this ranking. Since this is rated, there is a little bit of a twist. Because you guys believe in magic, each of you have the power of veto. You have one up and one down. And what that means, at any point during the show, you can move someone up a tier or down a tier. Remember, you can only use it once, the up and down, but once that cosplayer is moved to a new tier, they are locked in place and cannot be touched. So use your powers wisely, ladies. Before I continue, I just want to say one thing for our audience. It's one thing to rate fast food or fictional characters, but today we are rating real life people. So keep that in mind. These cosplayers, they're on different levels, some professional, some just starting out, what have you. So just be mindful of that in the comment section below. Anyway, moving on. So we're starting off with Jahara. And I'll just go ahead and put a few of her photos on here. But what do you guys think about this first one? This one is Yashoto from Final Fantasy 14.
Ooh, nice. I've never played the online Final Fantasies before, but I've had a lot of people try to turn me. Yes, the graffiti,
Yeah.
the tagger. I always
But
thought her design, her character design was so cool.
yeah, and I think she fits it so well, the colors, and to my knowledge, she makes everything herself.
Down to the nails, right?
Yeah,
Matching outfit
down
with
to the
that detail.
nails. Yes.
Because I look at that in a video game as, I mean, I don't know if it's because I'm a girl or just because I really love the aesthetic and fashion of like video games, but I
Mhm.
look for little details like that, and I look for it when people cosplay, and I love that she captured that. In addition to her poses, all of her poses for her
Yes.
cosplays fit that character's energy, that character's style. I think
Hey,
she definitely does her research on her characters. She gets the costumes down to a T, and then she puts her own twist on things, so it's more personalized, and yeah, she doesn't skip any details.
and with Jahara in particular, she does put her own twist on each and every character she does, and I'll show you as we go through. And you
Hmm.
could just see it in her pose. You know what I mean? That confidence,
Exactly.
just like yeah,
Like she knows her
Yeah.
character, she knows her stuff, she knows
yeah,
who she's supposed to be. She's not just putting on the costume; she's playing the role.
exactly. Now, be honest. Do you think any of you ladies could pull off any of these cosplays that you've seen
Oh
from her so
no.
far?
No, she's so confident and I wish I was that confident to wear those things and be like, yeah, like I'm hot shit. But no, I think I'd wear it and then I'd just go out in a blanket and be like, yeah, you're gonna have to pull off this blanket off of me.
By
So
far,
very
Ashley.
cosplay. Oh my
yes.
God, the arm! Look at the arm! Oh, and then she made everything cute, but the same colors as what he had. Like this, yes, I love the way she adapts her cosplays to fit her.
A
That's
masterclass
cool.
when it comes to a cosplayer. This is what I mean by like she has range because everything we saw was like similar materials, but now this looks like armor. Like this legit looks like hard leather, or I feel like if I knock on it, I'll hear a clink, clink, clink. Based on what you saw, where do you think Jahara fits on the scale between S and F? I
I
think
think us.
You think S, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I would actually say A. I feel like she does a lot. And this is just my personal opinion, obviously. I think she does a lot to bring the character to life. She makes the character her own, and she has a lot of attention to detail. But she's not the biggest on props. I not that it's a mark against her, but it's just when it comes to cosplay, the bar is set high, and I think she's solid A. So we got an A, we got an S. Joan, what are you feeling?
Well, based on your judgment,
Don't throw
I
your into this.
you
Don't say
look,
your. Don't put that on
then
me.
it is foreshadowing that there is a more professional cosplayer on the roster that we haven't seen yet. And so I also want to safely put her in A because she is the best I've seen, one of the best I've seen, but she's also the first I've seen of the list.
I think
Okay.
I might agree then. Yeah.
I'll reserve her as A, but
Okay.
if we finish the list and I find that, she's still my sweet spot, I'll move her up.
So yeah, we're all in agreement. A, well deserved. Jahara is fantastic. So coming up next, we got Yaya Eisen, and I recently started following her a little while back. I think she's good. I think she's up and coming. She's still so young, and I feel like she has so much potential to be a huge cosplayer. Then Soy Phone, obviously the best captain of them all.
Yes.
Number one captain. Then you gotta do Ichigo, which I think is nice with the long hair.
Yeah, I love the gender bin cosplays because I love seeing how creative they can get with keeping the character's essence, but also making you feel like a multiverse situation,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This character is from Soul Eater, Tsubaki, if I remember correctly.
Ah, I see it now. Soul Eater. That's a good one. That's an old one.
Yeah, and that's what I like. It's like screw the trends. I'm gonna do what I like, and that's one thing I see she
Yeah.
does, and she does do her props. So it's like okay, okay. And then we got Yuruichi, of course.
Yes. I wanted to cosplay her.
The armor,
Ah,
the axe.
the
It
axe looks so good.
Yes, it looks so realistic. You know what I mean? It sticks out. And she's one of the cosplayers. She actually puts her progression. Like, hey, this is when I'm building. This is where I'm at.
Oh, she's a huge Bleach fan.
Oh yeah.
I like that she shows love to all characters, though. She's got
Mm-hmm.
a variety on there. And picking, like you said, you could pick mainstream stuff, or you could show up to the con with something so niche and kind of throwback that the right ones stop you to be like, hey, thank you. You're not getting lost in a sea of the same character. Definitely
Yeah.
see.
Exactly. She's the newest kid on the block, and I think she's only 22 or something like that. She a young kid.
Oh, wow. Oh, well,
Yeah,
that puts a little bit more perspective in my final judgment of it. Okay.
that's what I'm saying. She's
Well,
up and coming. She has so much potential.
I love that she is doing Bleach. I love that she's doing multiple Bleach characters, which means she's just a straight up Bleach fan that just
Hmm.
wants to dress up as these characters that she loves. All of her photo shoots of those characters, she does capture the attitude and the vibe of that character. The weapons props, really good, really really good. Whoa, and her
Yeah.
getting the ribbon sword right. I would like to see more of her. I would like to see more characters.
So overall, I personally would give her a B.
I think B because I think she has the potential to grow as a cosplayer,
Hmm.
but she only sticks to certain categories.
I would agree with you.
I'm liking this group. It sounds like we're all in unison here. Maybe that might change with our next one, because your boy has a personal beef. Because
Oh,
next we are moving on to Tarwin cosplay. Now, hear me out. Hear me out.
oh, I'm
I
hearing you.
I'm not
What?
now. Hear me out. Look,
Oh my lord!
now you see already. You see it right there is the problem.
Oh no, he's hot!
For some of us who waistline is horizontally challenged, he's making us look bad. That's all I'm saying. This man has a 15 pack, 16 pack, whatever. It's Like, yeah.
15 pack. 16 pack, whatever.
Just like
I'm
an extra
already
one.
sweating. Can my future husband look like that?
Mm. Oh,
Oh dear lord, look at that strong
come on.
jawline.
Giga
The
Chad.
makeup is so good. I love his.
He is one of the male cosplayers that is fantastic when it comes to makeup.
Oh my gosh, yeah, his makeup is.
Mm-hmm.
It's
He
so
turns into
edgy.
that character.
Yeah. Which is also, you got to give credit where credit is due, and I'm sure he worked really hard to keep this physique as long as he's had it, to keep it going with the cosplays that he wants to cosplay as, and
But you can tell that he does. So, like, I know with six packs and stuff, you need to go on a diet to really show. In this image, you can tell that his six packs aren't that defined. So you can tell that there are certain, I'm pretty sure certain characters in whatever games and shows, their six packs are more prominent. I'm sure that he does makeup in order to make it look more prominent, just like
exactly.
the actual person.
And I appreciate that because it shows, yeah, nerds come in all shapes, sizes, everything.
How do we feel about Tarwin?
I want to put him in A, just because I do feel like he is on the same caliber. Because it's the makeup, the cosplay of the clothes, the makeup, the weapons, and the posing. Like getting the character's essence in. Like, I'm officially that character now. Time to start acting like them.
I think S. For this one, I do think S. Because
S?
he is being that person and he's taking the time to do the makeup and everything.
But you know what? I gotta go with what you were saying, Joan. I think he is on the same caliber as Jahara, personally. Since we looked at a pretty guy, we gotta look at a pretty girl. So we're gonna go with Soryu. I think she has one of the best Tifa cosplays. She just fits the role. Like, if they were doing a live action and they're like, hey, we need someone, I'm like, yeah.
So I don't know. This character feels kind of like the guy we just looked at, where they definitely have the body type to do these characters, and they definitely have sex appeal, and like the cosplay is good. But yeah, she's like the female version of the guy we just looked at.
She legit looks like she could be a model, aside from cosplay, like a legit model.
Yeah, she looks really good with short hair. She has a really cute face and like a really cute
Hmm.
little pixie nose. She looks good with short hair, and she has a really nice curvy body, like petite curvy body.
I think she's a good cosplayer. She fits the mold. However, I don't rank her high. I really don't. She's just wearing the costume, not embracing it. And that's just my personal opinion. I just think she's obviously a pretty face, but I feel like that's it. Personally, I would put her in C.
I
She
feel
looks
like the previous cosplayers, they made the cosplay them. They embraced the character more so than she does.
Where you're coming from, yeah, she feels like she's just and I know she's a real fan. She's got the Buster Sword tattoo, and obviously like she does it full time. She's got all the characters. But I am also with you when it comes to she's just kind of there. She's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Her
you damn
costume's
right.
really pretty. But when I look at the pictures of the characters, I don't see the characters. I see someone dressed up as that character. And
Hmm.
versus the other cosplayers that I was looking at, every picture that they got of that character, I felt they were pretending to be that character that entire photo shoot. They were acting like that character the entire photo shoot. Versus this, I could tell this is the same model in every photo with a different skin on.
Yes, exactly.
She's got the looks to be able to cosplay, to look like these characters, but to cosplay as these characters is a different category.
Since we just dealt with Soryu, who's a cutie, I think we need to go to a cutie pie. And I'm talking about Cutie Pie Sensei. Fantastic cosplay. Oh my gosh. Like, I feel with her, she's like the total package. Because she embraces her character, she makes it her own, she builds her own props, she builds her suits.
Oh, nice. See how she's acting in
Hmm.
that character?
Yes.
I love seeing that because it's like, dang, you put in all this work to be this character. Be that character. Now is your time to shine. Oh,
Oh yeah,
Night
those
and
are
day.
love
good.
that classic.
Seen her. I've seen this one on TikTok.
I've seen hers this too. It's really nice. Thank you for finding all these cosplayers because I see them all the time, but I never get to catch their names, so I can follow them on Instagram, and now we know the names of all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All the famous
I highly recommend follow all of these people. I think they're fantastic in their own right. I don't do makeup, so to me this is all black magic. But it's just like, what? How? Like to me it looks real. It made me want to try it out.
I might try it out.
I love them putting up tutorials on, they don't gatekeep. They're like, here,
Mm-hmm.
you want a six pack? This is how I did it.
So how are we feeling about Cutie Pie Sensei?
Ooh, I want to say an A.
Same.
Because I would personally put her in S. We're democracy here. The majority wants to go with A. I could agree with A. I need you to have an open mind. I'm not saying she's an automatic S because she does a killer Makima. I'm not going to say it. I don't think she deserves
every cosplay picture.
Wait, hold on now. So this is Kaida Cosplay. My gosh, she has such a future. She does so much things right. Her cosplays are spot on. Makima is one of her fan favorites. High quality, obviously. People of culture know.
Oh
If the
wait, she
shoe
does
fits.
My Hero Academia. Oh my god, no.
Yes. Look at those boots. The shoes.
Oh my god, I could be her Ochaku.
I like that she gives tutorials. That's so helpful to
Yes.
other cosplayers to know, how professional does their things.
She encourages you and giving tips. Some cosplayers, they do kind of reach their heights, and it's like, you know what? I don't want no one up here with me,
And I like that they teach how they do it in some tutorials. Unlike others, they're like, oh yeah, this is going to be for sale. And I'm just like, okay.
Yes.
Like, this is I feel like it's such a great thing to do for other people,
But I think she has a lot of potential. She's up and coming, and some of these cosplays, I'm just saying they are an S in my book.
Biased.
No, not biased.
That's a certain character. I promise if she didn't do Makima, she would just be A tier for you.
I don't know what you're talking about. But speaking about tiers,
It's almost like you're under some sort of control and it can't get through to you.
I am a free man. I could break free of anything at any point. Where would you guys put Kaida? Where would you put Kaida Cosplay?
Well, I think her makeup, her wigs, her clothes, her poses, her range, and her willingness to help other cosplayers is definitely securing her a spot in A tier for me.
She really changes her eye shapes as well. A lot of the things is by eyes and lips, and she changes her eyes and lips. I'll put her in A for now.
You know what? I could agree with an A. Back to the six-pack club. We got Leon Chiro here. The Italian stallion himself. He's very similar to me. He's very similar to Tarwin. And I know they did a collab before. He has the body for it. He does a lot of his own stuff. And he maintains because he's actually a wrestler now.
Well, he's definitely acting as the characters in all of his pictures. I do like that he put into...
From Bleed, My Hero. Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, it's a good Hawks. Look at him.
Yeah.
Look, he's doing the JoJo pose. My knees can't even think about folding that way.
My ankles hurt just looking at this picture, yeah.
My hips. How many more spaces do we have in A?
Well, A is pretty flooded, but he is up there. Well, let me make it easier for you guys. Comparing him to Tarwin. When I compare the two, they are very similar, but I do like Leon a little bit more than Tywin because I think he has a little bit more range with his characters.
Say A because, he's pretty much on the same par as that other guy, in my opinion, and I hate being so blanketed about the judgment on that because they're both, fit guys that also put makeup on and do good cosplays. And I hate putting them both in that category, but I also agree with you on the part that this Leon guy, he has a lot more potential to do more range. I could see him doing goofier cosplays. I could see him not being scared to not have that sexy Chad face on.
I'd put him in S.
I did say I would put him in S if Tarwin is an A. I just feel like he should be in one tier above him. So there we go. We got our first S. Moving on. Fully not biased. Definitely not biased. Not a biased bone in my body. But my favorite cosplayer out of them all in general is our next one, which is Little Gem. This little darling Gem, she literally does everything Cutie Pie Sensei does, but on another level.
Damn.
The cool thing about her, you don't have to question did she buy it or not. She literally goes step by step. Like, you'll see this one is just all foam and her installing the lights. Like, she'll put videos up showing you.
Oh my god. Oh,
Oh
wow.
my god.
That's so cute.
From Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the car with all the candy stuff. Oh my god, that's so
And
cute.
she built the car and it's drivable.
He's very accomplished, and so far, I'm loving these shots.
And she does do it on the professional level.
Wow.
The guy in the costume, he's the director of Final Fantasy XIV, Naoki Yoshida. They hired her to build that costume for him. So that says a lot for her skill level. But yeah,
Whoa.
Damn.
Being hired to make a costume for someone who makes games, like, that's 10 out of 10 when it comes to props and costumes.
Yeah.
And she doesn't use sex appeal to
exactly.
put at the forefront of her characters either. All of her characters that she's cosplayed are exactly like they are in the games. And she
Yes.
didn't add any extra, thirst trap stuff to it. She kept them very original, and she put a lot of work into getting every detail of these outfits perfectly right.
So yeah, she has a ton of range. She does it professionally. I personally easily would put her in S. She's legit my favorite cosplayer.
Cosplayer. I'll definitely put her proudly as my first S tier choice, because she's definitely earned that spot, and I'm glad I reserved it for her.
Nah, I'd put her in S as well. Look at the freaking work.
Insane.
It's like, what?
Yeah, so I think we're all in agreement that Lil Gem deserves S rank.
Yeah, she's real S tier material.
But speaking of amazing, we have to go to our last and final cosplayer. Allison Tabitha is the queen when it comes to makeup. Out of all the cosplayers, I think she got the best makeup in the game.
Oh my god. Shapeshifter. Witchcraft.
Yeah, I
Not-
followed her since the beginning.
That's so good. That is so good. Okay, yeah, she's S tier for me because she is doing with the makeup, and like her costumes are really good too. She's still got all the stuff, but her makeup is selling it. Her makeup is as strong as the other one's cosplays and props and swords and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
each one of her pictures, like she's got the outfits too. But I don't know, is she making her outfits or is she just
No,
buying-
yeah, she does her outfits.
Yeah.
I do remember in the beginning, like when I started following her years ago, she would show of her doing the outfits.
That makes it even better.
Yeah.
She's S tier for me. I'm gonna go ahead and lock that in right now. She does boys, she does girls, she does weird, she does sexy, she does evil, she does good, she does everything. This is range, real range. Movies, anime, video games, like she's doing it all right now.
So once again, Rosie, do you think you could you think you could go toe to toe with her?
No, hell no. that I've been knowing since the beginning. Nope.
The only way I would ever go toe to toe with her is if we ran into each other, you know? She is someone I would hire if I
Oh, yeah.
wanted to promote my video game and I wanted my character there. She's the cosplayer I would call to be like, hey, I'm gonna need you here because they want to see the character in person.
Are we all in
S.
agreement? S?
Yeah.
S tier.
Before we end this episode, do you guys want to move any of these cosplayers? Do you think they should be moved?
I do. I want to move one. I want to use my veto power for one. Feel like there's an A tier that deserves to be in that S tier spot.
Okay, wait, where you want to put her? No, who you
How
want to
did
move?
you know it was Cutie Pie Sensei? How did you know?
I said she belongs in S. I feel
That's
she's
my
an
S
S.
tier. That's my S tier. She feels like a freaking professional. She is someone I would hire to be at the Comic-Con, standing in front of my booth, signing autographs, pretending to be that character. Everyone in that S tier, I would hire them.
And Rosie, do you want to move anyone up or down?
No, I think I would just leave it as that. I
Okay.
think they're all in their rightful places.
Well, ladies, thank you so much for joining me. And please, tell the good people where they could find you.
More of me would be either on YouTube or in Instagram or Twitch, and they're all in the same name, which is Azulii Blue, which is AZULIIBLU. And I tend to play horror games and among other games.
Awesome.
And then on Instagram, I show off my cosplays.
I have an Instagram under Joan _of_arcade_. Same name on Twitch. I randomly stream sometimes in cosplay, and I make video game inspired artwork.
Respect that. I respect that. And, of course, you're going to jump on One Piece. We'll make sure of that. And as for myself, I am the one, the only, the protagonist of this video, the VolticAce. And you guys could follow me on Twitch. Links are all down in the description below. And as I said before, all these people, they're fantastic cosplayers. So go give them a follow. And also let us know who you would want to see next in maybe a part 2, ladies. I'm thinking of part 2.
Yeah.
Because
This was fun.
But guys, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to the Digital Arcade Podcast. Hit the YouTube buttons and join us for your source for everything nerdy. Yeah. So with that being said, that's a wrap. Later, guys. Oh, and one last thing before I go, I'm going to use my veto powers to put Kaida in S. No reason why. All right, have a good night, everyone. Peace.